Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brooke. Thanks for joining today. If you're new here, this is a channel where I talk about houseplants and do DIYs on my shorts. So take a minute and subscribe to my channel. That way you can see all the new videos that I come up with. If you are a recurring viewer, thanks so much for coming back and watching another one. Putting you back a little bit, but today I'm going to do a DIY easy gift and talk about my new favorite propagating medium, which is perlite. So this is a very simple gift that I did last year for myself, I should say. And I have done it a lot since. So all it requires is a little candy dish or this little snow globe that you can find at Walmart, Target. I feel like I've seen them at the Dollar Tree in like a plastic form. And so that's all this is. I got this at Target last year. It's a glass one and it was labeled as a candy dish. And then in February, I got one and it is a candy dish as well, but it's shaped like a popcorn vending thing or whatever. And so, oh, purple. Okay, hold on. Anyways, you can find them in different seasons and places, especially Target. But that's all you need is the snow globe, some perlite, and then a plant of your choosing. And so this is a really great gift idea or a housewarming gift because you can just take a cutting from your plant collection and place it in the snow globe and then pass it off. And there you go. It's a cute little container and like look. And then OPQRSTUVWX Y and Z. Okay, we got through the alphabet. So anyways, you can just take a cutting from your collection and place it in, and it would just make a really nice little gift. So last year I started using perlite as a majority of the medium I propagate my plants in, because number one, I was tired of using sphagnum moss. It just dries out far too quickly, I found personally, and it was just really messy, it felt like. And when you went to take your plant out of it and then plant it up, I had a really hard time getting all the sphagnum moss off of it and then putting it in my soil. And I just felt like I didn't want to put sphagnum moss on, like keep it on the plant and then plant it into the soil. So I decided to use perlite because it's easier to come by, it's easier to use, and it's already in my soilless mixture. So I could literally just take the plant out and put it in my soil and it wouldn't be a problem. I wouldn't have to worry about taking it all off and making sure it wasn't on the roots. And so that's what I've been using. I also did a test. And so this has been on my Instagram and Pinterest page where I kind of tested sphagnum moss, soil, water, and perlite. And I found personally that perlite came out the best. It grew the thickest roots in the quickest amount of time. And so I've just kind of stuck with it and let it go. And so this is how I use it. So I have propagated, obviously, all of these in my greenhouse. So they are in a higher humidity situation under grow lights. But you can do this. You just take a nursery pot with a lot of drainage holes. Once I plant this, like I don't soak the perlite like beforehand. I will soak it and then I let the water drain into this. And then from then on out, when this is dried up, I just put water in this probably to the top line. And then the plant just like continuously soaks it up. So I never really re-water this. I'm just always filling this tray up. And so it's super simple. I don't have to worry about soaking everything like the sphagnum moss. I just was continuously felt like I was soaking it and it would just dry out again quickly. But you can see this propagation. It's got roots growing out the bottom. It has a new leaf coming out up the top. And I'm going to be honest, I don't even know what plant this is. Just stick things in there randomly. I take stem cuttings and what do you call them? Sorry. Bare nodes or bare roots, not bare roots, whatever they're called, node cuttings, and just stick them in the perlite and it works. And so I've had really great success with that. And I have just totally switched over to using perlite solely. And so you get a lot more perlite for your buck than you do with sphagnum moss. Like a big bag of perlite costs $6 versus a little thing of sphagnum moss also costs about $7. And so I just felt like I got better results with this, and I got more consistent results. And so I felt like every time I put cutting in perlite, it would root. And that doesn't mean it takes like an instant. It still took time. But with sphagnum moss, I was finding that things would rot out and it just wouldn't root as easily or quickly. So that is my new favorite potting medium, propagating medium. And again, I have done like a little test thing over the course of, I think, 2 or 3 months of all the different propagation ways, besides for like leca, and I'm trying to think of the other substrates that there are, but the main 4, the water, soil, perlite, and sphagnum moss. So perlite is for me the best way to go and the easiest route. The only downside to perlite is, I will say, it is very smoky, like whatever. So I don't love that it's chalky and tends to, you know, again, be smoky, but that's a small price to pay. It otherwise is great. So for this, I'm just going to take this bottom dish and I'm going to use perlite. So this is actually a monstera. This is a philodendron melanochrysum, and I love the melanochrysum. I think that they are absolutely beautiful. This is a propagation that I did in perlite from my mother plant. The only problem with these melanochrysum is that they require an extremely high amount of humidity. And so I was just struggling to give it that. And then on top of that, the pests. So this one has been a big spider mite magnet, and then it recently got thrips, not this specific one, but my mother plant. And so I kind of just want to isolate this one, put it in this little, basically humidity dome, and see how it does. So last year when I got this, I potted up some, what did I pot up? I potted up some golden pothos. I potted up a philodendron brandy, and I feel like something else. Oh, a pink princess cutting that I had taken. So they all were just cuttings that I stuck in and let grow, and they actually did. They grew so well, and I wish I had an image of them, but I recently just dumped it out. I took the brandy out and I potted it up. I also love high humidity, so the only place I've been able to grow them is in this like humidity dome situation. I have one, or had one, in my popcorn dispenser terrarium as well, and I actually took it out and potted it up. And so it does really well growing little plants in here if you have smaller ones. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to pop this guy up in here, and I'm actually going to dump the soil of it into this tray that I have here, which you can't see, but it's okay. There's the little roots, guys, good. So I'm just going to take these 2 and stick them in here, put some perlite around it. You probably can't see me. Hold on. We're just going to take my thing of perlite, and you can probably already see that it's incredibly smoky. It does have some soil mixture in here because I was too lazy to dump out the soil that was left over in my little container, but it's okay. So I'm just going to fill this up. And then once I do fill this up, I will water it. And to be truthfully honest, I did not water this thing hardly ever. It was pretty well like moist consistently. And so I would spray it maybe every 2 months with just a mister. Oh, that was bad. With just a mist bottle or my pump sprayer. And I did have fertilizer in my pump sprayer, and you can fertilize. That's what I do when I put the tray. Like the water I use in here is from my pump sprayer, and it has fertilizer in it. So they can soak up the fertilizer through water and perlite. So I would do that also. Sorry, I'm going to clean up this mess. So there is the little planter. You can put more plants in it too that are a little bit smaller. This guy is already pretty large. And so when I close it in, its leaves are kind of going to get in the way. So I didn't want to put anything else in it. But that is, that is how it looks. Hold on, we'll go up now. So this is how it looks. So again, I'll spray it and keep it moist. But again, I have done this several times now, and I probably only missed it every 2 to 3 months. And then if you want to get really festive, you could tie a bow to it. Look how cute that would look. That would be a great little gift to somebody like this. Doesn't it look so nice? If I had a hot glue gun, I would definitely do that. Anyways, that's it. That's my little DIY of the day. If you're going to Christmas parties this week or this weekend, and you want to bring a gift, just chop up one of your plants. Go get this. This was $5, by the way. I forgot to say that. And so the plant was obviously from my collection, so I didn't go out and buy it. But yeah, that is my little DIY and my views on using perlite for propagations. So super short video. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, and make sure to subscribe so you can see more videos like this.